Yo guys, welcome back to Sempre Inter TV, bringing you the biggest summer transfer news for Inter, and that is Romelu Lukaku to Inter is official. Big smile for me, big smile for Interisti all around the world. We've been waiting for this one for a long time. This whole summer, this transfer saga has been going on. Antonio Conte wanted his man, Lukaku wanted Inter. In the middle, it was just Man United being a third wheel, slowing the deal down, but in the end, the deal was done. And to talk about it, of course, I got my right-hand man with me, Cammy Anderson. How's it going, Cammy?
Hey mate, thanks Ken for having me on.
Go on, Cammy, take it away. Let me know what you think of this signing.
I'm absolutely delighted that we've managed to get this deal done. It's been something that's been in the works for quite some time now, and we've faced some great difficulties during it. I think the club certainly deserve a lot of credit for the way that they've managed to finally get this deal done. It definitely wasn't easy, but I think it's testament to how far we've come. Years ago, we wouldn't have got deals like this. Now we've managed to break a transfer record twice in one transfer window. So yeah, absolutely delighted, as I say. A lot of people in recent days have kind of made the comparison between Lukaku and Mauro Icardi and saying we've kind of got a downgrade, but I wouldn't necessarily agree. I think they're two different players, and Lukaku has shown in recent years that he knows where the goal is, even if last year he did have a bit of a down year. So yeah, really looking forward to this coming season with him in the attack. Hopefully we can get another one kind of before the end of the window. Looks like Edin Dzeko's probably going to be that player, but we'll just need to wait and see.
Thanks Ken for having me on mate. I'd also like to give a wee shout out to the subscribers. We recently surpassed 1,000, so thank you very much for all the support you've given me and Rahul and others involved at Sempre Inter TV.
Spot on, Cammy. Couldn't agree more with you. Really excited to see Rom in the black and blue of Inter. Looks really good in the Inter shirt, I must admit. And you definitely can't call him fat if you've seen the pictures of his medical. Of course, we have to talk about his massive transfer fee, the record transfer fee, as Cammy mentioned, for Inter. 65 million plus 10 to 13 in bonuses, make him easily the biggest transfer in Inter's history. Of course, we're not accounting for inflation, otherwise R9 is still the biggest transfer. But in terms of, current money value, Rom is the biggest. Puts a lot of pressure on the big Rom's big shoulders, but I'm sure he can take it. The man has been at Man United, the man's played for Belgium, he's played for Everton. He's used to big pressure situations. He's been saying he wants to play in Italy. His brother plays in Italy, of course. Jordan Lukaku plays for Lazio, and I think his playing style, with his back to goal, quite physical, I think it will be very suited to the Serie A. Of course, we have to talk about some of the negatives that Romelu Lukaku may bring along with himself to Inter. First of all, the elephant in the room, not Lukaku, his touch. Now, that touch, as many people have pointed out in the past, the man looks like he plays with jeans and Timberlands on. But at Inter, the work that Antonio Conte will probably like him to do is slightly different from what he had to do at United. Conte likes his target man to be, a target man to draw defenders towards him and try to play, little layoffs to his supporting players. So whether it's Lautaro next to him or one of the midfielders making late runs into the box. And then of course the other point when you talk about Lukaku is his record against the top 6 teams in England is absolutely atrocious. Man United will tell you much better than me the frustration that they've had with Lukaku, especially when it comes to big matches. You can definitely sort of call him a big match flop at many points in the Premier League. It just hasn't turned up to the matches when they played the likes of Chelsea, Arsenal. And then even when you look at his record for Belgium, you see, yes, he is the all-time leading scorer for Belgium, but a majority of his goals come, against part-timers, really, the likes of Liechtenstein, Lithuania, all those kinds of teams, no disrespect to them, but, scoring against them is not a massive achievement. And against, in the World Cup, yes, he had a decent World Cup as well, which he impressed me there. But, when it got to the latter stages, the knockout phases, he wasn't really scoring as much as he was in the group stages. And in the past few seasons at United, one of the big criticisms that Man United fans and critics have aimed at him is his lack of movement, his lack of willingness to run in behind, which was a big part of his game when he was at Everton and West Brom. So you know, it is part inside his, it is part of Lukaku's game, but I don't know if it's about the coach's instructions at United, or was it, you know, just laziness, or was it the fact that he didn't want to play for United? You know, it could be a variety of factors. But one thing is for sure, Conte is not going to stand for a static Lukaku. He's going to make him run. And Antonio Pintus, he's going to enjoy making Lukaku back into the, you know, the Everton physique that we saw, you know, a much leaner Lukaku. Of course, the player himself admitted that for the World Cup he gained a lot of muscle, and he hasn't quite managed to lose all that weight that he gained, but he does look a lot more leaner than he did this time last year. And of course, let's not forget, Conte has wanted Lukaku at Chelsea. He's wanted him as soon as he came at Inter. Obviously he sees something that we don't see. Clearly he wants to build his team around Lukaku. And as I've said since the beginning, I completely trust Marotta, I completely trust Conte. They are winners, they are proven winners, and I think and I believe that they will turn this team into a winning team. I know not everyone is a big fan of Lukaku for the points I mentioned before, but let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you think of this signing? 65 million plus bonuses. Is he a good signing or not? Where do you think this takes Inter in terms of the Serie A? Does this make us Scudetto contenders? I don't think so. We need a goal-scoring midfielder. You know, our midfield has looked good in pre-season with Sensi slotting in perfectly. Barella still hasn't quite got there, but you know, it's only pre-season. But I still feel we need some goals from midfield. And you know, of course, the dream is Milinkovic-Savic or someone along those lines, of Vidal, especially with the Nainggolan leaving us. So that's a big gap that I think we need to fill. And another position, of course, we need another striker. Lukaku and Lautaro alone are not enough. Of course, Dzeko, also rumoured to be close to completion if Roma finally find the replacement for Dzeko. You know, you can understand why they've been haggling so hard with us. It's quite hard to find a replacement for Dzeko. You know, the top strikers are it's quite a difficult position to find someone to, you know, replace someone of the quality of Dzeko. They've been wanting Higuain, but Higuain doesn't seem to want to leave Juventus, so let's see how that ends up. And I also think we need a left wing back to challenge Asamoah. As me and Cami pointed out in our Stat Talk video last week, we feel that Asamoah going forward, you know, it's not as good as he is defensively, and I feel like someone like, you know, as we said, Kostic or Biragi to challenge him on that left wing position that offers something more going forward will be, you know, perfect. Of course, waiting for Lazaro to come back from injury, which he should be soon, to see how he performs. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. As I said, please like and subscribe. Comment below what you think of Big Rom at Inter. And as always, guys, Forza Inter. Ciao.